1,286 days on New Holland, fearing grid sitting at 31, which is fear, and Bitcoin is currently trading at the 58.1k. We're trading at a range of 58k resistance, which we do hope to break and have a close above it on a daily time frame. Also, we're trading below the 200 EMA resistance, which is sitting at 59.3k. That's the 200 EMA on a daily time frame, still trading below it, still trading below the 60k, below the middle of the falling channel, but at least coming closer. And one of the reasoning for the current pump is obviously stock market. We're kind of correlating with the stock market. Stock market had a big pump recently, and the reasoning for that is obviously new inflation data, new CPI data, which was for August. Recently we had for quite some time, for more than a year, the support of inflation that was sitting at 3%, that we were trying to break it and no success there. And then in July we broke it to the 2.9% inflation, and just today we got the new data for August, which is 2.5% inflation, CPI for US, meaning we're coming closer to the target, which is the 2%. The current target, inflation target for US is 2%. That's the words from Jerome Powell. So because of that, all of the financial markets are pumping. Same goes to the Bitcoin. Bitcoin is also having a nice day. So that's the daily time frame. Same goes to the forum time frame, trading below the 200 EMA. Let's go to the weekly. On the weekly time frame, when it comes to the candles, the picture is looking pretty nice. We're not making new lows. We're trading above the previous candle open, which is great, and the current candle is green, so that is also great. And again, it may show us some signals of a reversal on a weekly time frame. We'll see how that would go, but weekly MACD is definitely neutralish. No bullish signal there, pretty flat, pretty neutralish there, still in the red zone. And monthly time frame, again, September, usually the worst month for the Bitcoin when it comes to the returns. And again, when it comes to the candles, we're not making new low, which is great on the monthly time frame. And we're coming closer and closer to the current open, and maybe to go slightly above it. Again, if you're gonna have a 1% plus close on the September candle, it was gonna be already great, because average return on September for the Bitcoin is negative. It's like -5, 6, something like that. So yeah, if you're gonna have a green close for the monthly, that would be great on the current September month. Monthly MACD is still looking pretty bad, giving us some bearish signal, bearish sentiment there. But again, if you're gonna look at the previous cycles, you can see that that's not that critical, that we may see some actual reversals happening in a monthly MACD, that this type of things can happen. So that's pretty much all for the Bitcoin. Obviously hoping to go back to the 200 EMA and to go above it. And Ethereum is obviously, as any crypto, correlating with the Bitcoin, having some slight pump, not the big one, actually underperforming Bitcoin, and it's pretty visible on Ethereum Bitcoin pair. We're definitely trading below the falling wedge on the Ethereum Bitcoin pair, meaning Ethereum dominance is dropping. And if you're gonna look at the Bitcoin dominance, you'll see it's sitting at 57.5%. It's trying to have another breakout out of another try for a breakout, another run for the breakout out of the 57.5% resistance area, and maybe we may see the new successful breakout out of the resistance, and then obviously Bitcoin will start eating a lot of dominance from altcoins. Ethereum dominance, because of BTC dominance pump, Ethereum dominance is dumping, is going down, it's trading below the 2-year lows. It's about to actually hit the lowest point of 2-year time frame in Ethereum dominance, which is pretty bad if you're an Ethereum holder. But if you're a Bitcoin holder, obviously it's pretty positive for you. We're having some good pumps there, and maybe in the next couple of days we may see a breakout out of the 57.5% resistance. So that's pretty much all T for crypto. Gold is trying to make new all-time high. Currently no success there, slightly trading couple dollars below the new all-time high. Maybe in the next couple of days, weeks, we may see new all-time high on the gold, S&P pumping because of the CPI. So that's pretty much all T for today. Obviously hoping for a quick recovery back to the middle of the falling channel, and obviously trying to have a full breakout of the falling channel, which would be about the 69, it would be at the 69k. So yeah, CPI data for the August 2.5, pretty bullish news. So yeah, let's go back to the other news involving Bitcoin and crypto in general. So CNBC is saying that Bitcoin to break $100,000, which is a price target, pretty average one for the current bull cycle actually. So Bitcoin to break 100,000 after US election, which by the way is a lot of people are calling that US election would be critical in general for big move in a financial market, all of the markets involving crypto. And mid 6 figures within 2 years is not a stretch. So yeah, they also calling for 6 figures within 2 years. Again, we'll see how that would go. But 100k is already 6 figures, so US election will be 2 months is left to the US election. Also, Michael Saylor's there's words from Farmstrad's Tom Lee. He's saying that Michael Saylor's 13 million price target for the Bitcoin is not crazy if Bitcoin becomes a mainstream financial asset, which probably would be on a level like a gold, because gold is definitely like a mainstream for a long-term investment purposes. So yeah, that's pretty positive news from Farmstrad. Also on the news, Bitcoin ETF took in plus $100 million yesterday, including 41 million for Grayscale's mini BTC ETF. It's like a small BTC ETF. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Also, there's the graph comparison of supply, which is, if you're gonna look at the dollar supply, it's pretty much has no limits. But if you're gonna look at the Bitcoin, you'll see it's decreasing each year, each cycle, each halving. It's decreasing the supply of a Bitcoin. The amount of the Bitcoin that will be printed, that is left to be printed, you'll see at the beginning was 100%, and yeah, we're currently sitting at the 6.2. So yeah, that's obviously pretty positive if you're gonna compare it to the dollar or any other fiat actually, which has no limits when it comes to the printing. Also on the news, India leads global crypto adoption for the 2nd year in a row. News coming from Reuters. Again, pretty positive news. You can see Bitcoin is pumping, and now we're getting a lot of the positive news, positive sentiment for the Bitcoin. Positive sentiment is going back. Yeah, we're back to the positive bullish sentiment for Bitcoin, which is great. We need that again. We're coming closer. Debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump already happened. The next thing that is left is the US elections everybody's aiming for and waiting for. So yeah, we're preparing and bullishly preparing there when it comes to the news. Also, UK to legally recognize crypto like Bitcoin as personal property. So yeah, there's now gonna be some recognition from UK. Also Fed will cut, which is Citibank, I'm pretty sure, is saying that Fed will cut rates by 1.25% this year. That's the news from Citibank. Also on a news, which I think is a pretty actually important news, especially if you're a trader, if you're into altcoins. Major meme coins are down 63% on average despite market frenzy. So yeah, again, BTC dominance is it's currently sitting at a 57.52. It's about to push. It's pushing the resistance. It's trying to make new. What is that gonna be like? New 2-year high, 3-year all-time high. It's trying to make on a BTC dominance. So because of that, meme coin market share is going down, and obviously it affects the price of these meme coins because Bitcoin is eating that dominance of Bitcoin of meme coins. I mean, so yeah, that's also pretty important thing to keep it in mind, that Bitcoin, again, if you're a Bitcoin maxi, Bitcoin is a real deal out there. I mean, somebody also would even put Ethereum on a list, but if you look at the dominance, yeah, Ethereum is definitely losing the dominance compared to the Bitcoin. Bitcoin is pushing higher and higher. So yeah, that's pretty much all news and TA for today. Obviously hoping to go back to the 200 EMA on a daily time frame, which is currently sitting at 59.2k resistance there. 60k resistance, which would be technically the middle of the falling channel, and then the top of the falling channel on daily time frame, which would be 69k, and after that, new all-time high. Yeah, so which may happen after election or maybe before. So yeah, to the moon, to the moon.